In Japan, the damage caused by radiation leaks is running rampant. Japanese authorities have advised against allowing infants to drink tap water in Tokyo after radiation contamination penetrated a water purification plant there. And because a battery of vegetables from the Fukushima region are riddled with contamination, the United States is blocking all produce from 4 Japanese prefectures.
Just when victims of Japan's triple crisis began picking up the pieces, a 6-magnitude aftershock rocked northern Japan this morning, rendering a painful reminder the nightmare is far from over. Case in point, the horrific news that this water treatment plant in Tokyo is riddled with radioactive particles. Contaminated 2 times above the safety limit, authorities warn that infants should not drink the water. Exacerbating the issue is Japan's health ministry, reporting 11 types of vegetables from 37 locations in 5 regions are unsafe to eat. And now that the seawater is contaminated, not only is Japan's marine life threatened, it's putting a major strain on the country's fish and seafood industry. In a move to protect its own, the United States has become the first country to block produce from Japan's radiation zone. South Korea, meanwhile, is considering banning food imports from the Fukushima region. Experts from a network of monitoring stations warn that traces of radioactive contamination have spread eastwards from Japan across the Pacific, North America, the Atlantic, and even in Europe. They say it may only be a matter of days before it penetrates the entire northern hemisphere. A glimmer of hope at the Fukushima plant. Thanks to a 50-meter-long robotic arm that constantly sprays water on a dangerously hot spent fuel pool, engineers were able to reestablish power cables to all 6 reactors. But inside the plant, a serious problem looms over reactor number 2. Workers struggle to cool it down amid the constant release of radiation, the source of which remains a troublesome mystery.
The question is where exactly is that coming from? Is it coming from the reactor units, the primary containment vessels, or from the spent fuel pools?
But specialized help is on the way in the form of a remote-controlled pump truck. It's being sent to Japan by SANY, a heavy industry company in China. The vehicle, with its 62-meter-long arm, will go a long way with helping to pump much-needed water into those heated reactors. Making the rounds at emergency shelters, TEPCO, the crippled plant's operator, apologized for its lack of large-scale natural disaster foresight.
Our expectations were based on a scientific basis, but our expectations were incorrect. We bear responsibility for the damage we are considering, offering compensation.
But there will be no compensation for survivors who lost so many loved ones that search and rescue teams still hope to find.